Welcome in, everybody. Dirt Racing Network, the Digital SimSports Network, and live coverage of the AcesUp SimSports Pro Challenge Series. One of the last couple of rounds here. Eldora Speedway got this week, next week, and that'll pretty much close this series all the way out. We're looking at 20 drivers in the server right now. We are fingers crossed we'll get a handful more in here before this thing closes out. They only got about 60 seconds to do it. Still going to be a great race. These guys prepping up for this week's qualifiers to get into next Monday night's final Pro Series race for iRacing on the dirt. All the heavy hitters are here. Shell, Augustine, Avia, Schobalak, Kenny Hoffman, Alex Straczynski, Tanner Pettit, multi-time winner this season in the series. Just about down to the end of the practice session, getting ready for qualifying. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat, guys. Don't care where you're at. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. If you're over on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, hit subscribe. No shows tomorrow. Show on Tuesday, show on Wednesday, show on Friday this week. And then the following week, we should get back to a pretty full schedule. So we will get ready for qualifying. We'll try to follow as many of these guys as we can. Usually pick out half a dozen, and we try to at least get part of a lap on every one of them. Matt Selby going to be one of the first guys to roll out. There he goes. In that 46 machine. On to the time clock. And Selby puts up the first lap. That lap of 13:01. Whoop. Second lap in. Tanner Miller now jumps to the top, the end of his first lap. The 9 car, he goes 12:78. Dylan Aylor, just about 6/100ths off of him. Ty Schobalak, 17 machine. Miller still on top. Aylor still second. Now Tanner Pettit. Aiden Forster move everybody down. Schobalak jumps to third. Avia to second. Losing drivers quick as they complete second laps, and they get them shut down pretty quick. Kenny Hoffman, he was 8th quick on lap number 1. So Pettit at 12:66. Tyler Shell gets up there and goes pretty close to even. Thousandths of a second separating those two. Avia, Carrick. This time Hoffman on lap number 2. Only good enough for 8th quick. He did pick up some speed, but didn't pick up any spots. Here comes Scheiderer by this time, and JP Scheiderer 12th quick on his second lap. We're going to end the session. 20 cars, only 19 take lap. Alex Straczynski not taking laps at all. So we'll get ready. Top 8 already through, and we'll go back and take a look at those here while they grid out on the end of pit road. Mike Augustine, the 19. Tanner Miller in the 13. Row 1, Dylan Aylor, the 92. Matt Croakey, the 2 car, row 2. And the 77 of Dustin Sargent with Matt Selby in the 46 in row 3. Quick look. Let's go back and look at those results so we can tell you who the top 8 were. It was Pettit, Shell, Avia, Carrick, Forster, Winter, Schobalak, and Hoffman with the automatic bids into the first 4 rows of tonight's feature. Get a couple of heat races here. And then we will Probably not have a B main because we don't have enough cars for it. We'll get ready to run our 35-lap feature off. Green flag in the air already. Through 1 and 2, Augustine with a good start. Here comes Tanner Miller. Shoots around the high side into the second spot. Eldora settled into third. They're single file, all 6 cars. We're going to watch this battle right here. Eldora, Croaky, nose to tail, and I mean, they were pretty much touching. I thought Croaky was pushing him up the backstretch. Slider. Matt Croaky across the nose. Didn't do a whole lot because Eldora was able to cut right back underneath it. Easy peasy. Takes the spot back. May get another slider down here in 1 and 2. Good back and forth battle for third right here. If we were going to have a B main, that'd be your final transfer position. But since we're only going to have the 2 heats and everybody's going to the feature, we should not have to see a B main at all. Eldora still fighting on the top. Croaky still fighting on the bottom. Coming around to 2 to go. Augustine and Miller pretty much checked out on this 3-car battle now. Because here comes Dustin Sargent in that 77 machine trying to get himself in there. White flag coming out this time. Looks like they've got it figured out. Till we get down here to 3 and 4, and I think Croaky may try to go for a long, low one. He's not going to get it there. Augustine, then Miller, Eldora, Croaky, Sargent, Selby. One heat already in the books. We'll have one more rollout right here. We'll start lining them up. It'll be the 9 of Trevor Meyer on the pole. JP Scheider, the 05 car. Row 1 outside, sorry. Row 2, Connor Dudek in the 7. Braden Carter in the 5. That's inside and out. And then Cole Croft in the 29 and Alex Shazinski in the 23 car. We'll see what we get. We're missing the 2 on the outside in the last 2 rows. We're missing Carter. There's Carter. And now we're missing Alex Shazinski. So Shazinski, the only car not going to make it. The 2-5 cars lined up on the outside row. Scheider and Carter. Pace truck should be out of the way right over here in turn 4, and we should get ready to go green. There goes our pace truck. Yeah, we're waiting.
Green flag.
And Meyer right to the front. Good start for him. He'll have the point. Here comes Dudek around the inside of the second row. Tried to get Scheider right off the bat. Scheider had not having any of it. Right back by him and into second. Dudek once again going to drop to the bottom. No slider this time. He'll cut back across the back into the 5 cars. JP Scheider thought about the slider for the lead. But he got Dudek to get out of the way, and Dudek loses a spot to Carter. Now Dudek with a slider on Carter out of 4, and he grabs the spot back. Leader's not getting away in this bunch at all. Nose to tail, that slider line looks like it's working. Both ends of the track, they're staying towards the outside, middle to the high side. With 3 to go, Connor Dudek. Is he going to go 2 for 1 here? He thought about it, but he couldn't get the car quite in front of the 9. He'll stay in third place. Scheider hanging on to second. Carter still trying to work on the 7 car. Just can't find a way to get a run out of the corner and slide him in the next one. We're coming around to the white flag. Meyer comfortably out in front. Trevor Meyer cruising to victory in Heat 2. Shiner second. Dudek, Carter, Croft. No Alex Straczynski, at least not in the heat races. We'll see if we see him in the feature. We'll give these boys plenty of time out here in the warm-up session, I am sure. Work this track a little more and try to get it 2 lanes. As drivers make their way out. So we gave you the rundown for this week's schedule. Next week, Sunday night, we'll have Mars to start things off at 8 Eastern. We'll come back here for the last race of the season with these guys right here at Eldora again as the final night before the actual pro race. And then next Monday night, Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder back in action. Big block modifieds at 8 Eastern. They kick things off at Houston Speedway. And then the 360 wing sprint cars will go in week 1 for the second show at 9:30. The following week, we'll have 410 sprint cars in the second show on Monday night. ERA again on Tuesday. Midwest SimSports, the Truck Series on Wednesday. We will see if we have Netcode Esports Mighty Midgets back on Thursday by the 23rd. And another round in the 360 sprint cars on Friday evening of that week, the 24th, for the American Dirt Series. So we're going to get back to a lot of races on several nights. Things starting to heat back up. A couple of these series will come to a close. This one ends next Sunday night. And I believe Mars has 2 or 3 more races. They end at the end of the month. And then Sundays will no longer be busy for us. But Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, possibly Thursdays and Fridays, all the way till the second week of February. Make sure you get us bookmarked, like, shared, followed, subscribe to. We're just waiting for the drivers to make their way through the warm-up session. Get this track ironed in. Give us a couple of lanes of racing, hopefully. Eldora's always been a top dominant track until way, way late in some runs sometimes. The top gets completely blown out, and then you'll see some guys be able to do some things right on the very bottom. But that bottom is very hard to hit consistently. So a lot of guys avoid getting down there too much. So the boys are getting close to time for the 35-lap A-Main. 20 drivers scheduled to be out here. This one could go pretty quickly. Kenny Hoffman right now the quickest in this session. Ethan Winter. Second quick. Ryan Avila, Matt Croakey, Aiden Forster. Hoffman has won on the series this season. Driver of the 11 car right there. These cars, they are a handful when the track gets slick. There's no doubt about that. JP Scheider. Mike Augustine has been good pretty much all year, only maybe one or two races that didn't go his way. I can think of one at, I believe it was Lincoln. Well, he just couldn't stay out of other people's messes and ended up having a bad finish there. Practice session comes to an end. It'll be time for tonight's 35-lap A main. And we will get ready to roll them off. But they'll start like this with the 11 of Kenny Hoffman on the pole, Ty Shovelek. And the 17 will be on his outside. Ethan Winter, the 39, row 2. Inside next to Ain Forrester in the 20. Blake Carrick, 38 car. He's got the inside of row 3, and he's next to the 49 of Ryan Avila. Tyler Shell, Old Gumby in the 85. He starts row number 4 on the inside with Tanner Pettit in the 24 to his right. And then everybody that came out of our heat races, Mike Augustine, the 19. Next to Trevor Meyer in the 9. Tanner Miller, the 13, and he's got the 5 of JP Scheider to his right. Dylan Aylorn, the 92, with Connor Dudek in the 7, making up row number 7. Row 8 is Matt Croakey, the 2 car inside. Braden Carter, the 5 outside. And then Dustin Sargent in the 77 and Cole Croft in the 29. That's your 9th row. And your 10th and final row scheduled to be the 46 of Matt Selby next to the 23 of Alex Straczynski. I do not think Straczynski has made it into the server. And it does not look like it. So we are going to roll 19 strong if the 46 car takes off. Selby's still sitting on pit road. We'll keep an eye on that. One more time around. We'll get the green the next time out of turn number 4. 35 laps for your AcesUp SimSports Pro Challenge Series. And Selby did get rolled out. He's caught the back of the field. All right, ready to go green this time by Hoffman and Schobelach. On the front row, green flag in the air.
Green, green, green.
Ethan Winter inside that second row. Used a fantastic start by Hoffman. He timed it perfect, and he's going to take it all the way to second, at least for the time being. Aiden Forster now with a slider. Didn't quite get it there. Caution behind. We got a car stopped on the backstretch. It's Ryan Avila. Let's go see if we can figure out what happened to Ryan, because that is fairly atypical. Oh, down the corner, he found a right rear off the 85 car, ran right up over the back of it. That is going to destroy the 49 machine, so bad luck. Probably as much as anything. He went down in the corner. 85 car was already there. He tried to slide across behind him, clipped that right rear tire, sent the 49 straight into the turn 2 wall. Tanner Pettit. Looks like he is on pit road. I don't know. He might have got a piece of that. That may be why he's in there too. He may have got a little piece of that when Avila shot across. So we should get everybody ready to double up here. Lights are going to go off on the pace truck. Looks like we're going to stay single file. All right, pace truck's getting out of the way. Everybody's getting them bunched up right here in turns 3 and 4, getting ready for the green flag. Kenny Hoffman looking for the loud pedal, and he's got it.
Green flag, green flag.
Hoffman, Winter, Forrester, Schobelach, and Carrick, the top 5. And Carrick took a peek on the inside of Schobelach right there, but it didn't materialize through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch, and he slides back in line. 46 car, or I'm sorry, the 85 car of Tyler Schell. He got a good run out of 2. He's going to run right alongside Schobelach. They jostling for position back here. Miller, Augustine, Sargent, Dudek. They are all over. Matt Croakey, big wreck. We're getting a caution.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Let's go drone cammy here. Augustine right behind Miller. Ooh, a lot of contact, but that happened in front of. That was the 92 of Eldora that clipped the fence. Lost his momentum, got pushed from behind, I think, by Dustin Sargent. And that's going to hurt a lot of cars. You see the 9 car headed for his work area, and the front end down on that car. Left front definitely down. Let's take a look. Eldora's car. He doesn't look too bad. He might be able to get back out. There goes Schobelach to his pit. Tanner Miller. Connor Dudek. We can't really see his car. Pettit with some kind of damage in the steering. They're working on the front end of that one. I think Trevor Myers called it a day. Cole Croft has damage. A lot of damage on Sargent's car. Suspension. Both wings are bent. Nerf bar on the right side for sure. So tricky little Eldora. And I say little, it's a half a mile. Biting drivers left and right. A very fine line. You got to run right out by the outside wall, and if one mistake happens, you're going to have a lot of problems. They're going to happen in a hurry. So we'll wait just a moment or two here and get everybody a chance to get off of pit road, the work area. Well, not anymore we won't, because the pace truck's out of the way. We're going green. If you're still there, you're probably stuck. Hoffman once again with a good start. Keeps the car down in the second lane through 1 and 2. He'll go in the second lane in 3 and 4. Take it right out to the fence. Stays in the lead. Aiden Forrester still third. Little bump in the wall. Carrick right behind that. Carrick in that 21 says 38 on the pylon, but it's 21 on the car. He's got Schell and Augustine tucked in behind, and Mike Augustine. Good speed entering the corner down in 1 and 2. Just can't go anywhere with it. Car's a little bit loose with him on that bump exiting turn number 2 right there. You can see Tyler Schell trying to close in on Carrick. He's going to look for the spot where he can get the run. This time Carrick bumps the fence. That means Schell's going to have to figure it out quickly because the momentum is broken and he can't get it there, but Mike Augustine was able to see the path. Augustine with the slider on Schell makes it stick. Winner going for the lead at the front, slider in 1 and 2. Hoffman trying to counter in 3 and 4. Slider battle at the front. Once again, Ethan Winter gets around Hoffman. Now Hoffman settles in. Didn't have the momentum or the line to try to go right back after him. He's going to settle in and go back on the attack. Aiden Forster still in third. Augustine around Carrick. He's up to fourth. Carrick is fifth. Schell, Scheider, Schobelach, Carter, and Croakey are the top 10. Leader starting to stretch away from third place Forrester. Forrester's now going to the big slider line, all the way to the fence on the inside, the entry, all the way to the fence on the outside in 3 and 4, and he goes right through the middle in 1 and 2. Augustine, Carrick, still 4th and 5th. And Shell is not able to close up on him. Augustine now to the back of the 20 car. He'll dip low in 3 and 4. Short slider. Can he hang on the exit with momentum? It's side by side. Forrester stayed low. The car got away from him. He'll give up the spot. Shell's now going to go on the attack. Here comes J.P. Scheiderer. He goes in 3 wide, comes out 2 wide. Shell went for a slider and almost made it happen on Forrester. This time Shell in on the bottom of 1 and 2 all the way to the outside wall. Still not able to clear the 20. Shell's trying to get to 4th. Forrester's fighting back. Here comes Mike Augustine. He's working a lap car on the bottom. That lap car looks like it might be Cole Croft. Yes, it is. Ethan Winter out in front, starting to get away. We're already down to 12 laps to go. He's almost a full second ahead of Kenny Hoffman. Augustine now clear of both Shell and Forrester. Shell got around Forrester as well. And they are just going to go back and forth, slider after slider, but this time Shell got a big run on the top. That might be it. Might be over with the battle between Shell and Forrester, and it looks like it will be. Ethan Winter now starting to give up a little bit of ground in lap traffic, but Hoffman just running faster laps. He's closed it down a couple of tenths. Lap traffic in front. Selby and Carter the next two. Seven to go this time by. Gap starting to open back up. Winter's starting to get away from Hoffman now. Hoffman has about 2.5 seconds on Augustine, and Augustine might get reeled in by Tyler Shell late in this one. Around the lap car of Croaky. Third place, Mike Augustine. Fourth place, Tyler Shell. Couple of 3-car lengths separating them. Wave lap 5 to go. Winter already in 3 and 4 and closing in on Selby to lap him. Selby running in the 10th spot. Hoffman a ways behind. Shell's going to go for the slider on Augustine. Shell got a good run out of 4 last time. He goes to the bottom this time. Does he go for the slider again? Of course he does. Not enough grip. He just can't quite get off the corner right. Closer this time than he was the last time. He might make this work right here. He's side by side. 2 to go. Battle for the 3rd spot. White flag coming out this time for your leader. Slider from Shell. Can he get it done this time? He's side by side heading up the backstretch. Winner's going to win it. Hoffman will come home second. Augustine hanging on for 3rd. Shell 4th. Forrester 5th. Winner 6, Schobelach, Hoffman, Augustine, Meyer, Miller, Scheider, Aylor, Dudek, Croakey, Carter, Sargent, Croft, Selby, and Straczynski scored as your 20th place finisher. Drivers trying to figure it out. They want to get their interview in. They want to get that talking piece done. Well, different view here. We'll be able to talk to our third place finisher, Mike Augustine. Mike, you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, man, it was a tough one for you to hang on and come home in third here. You had a heck of a battle going on there with Tyler Schell. Pretty exciting finish.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty gnarly race right there. I'm honestly surprised with myself. I haven't ran sprints here in a while, and to be able to rip the top like I did there and race with Schell was pretty good. Pretty good for me to go in on Tuesday and qualify for another pro race.
Well, we were going to ask you, what all can you take from this race tonight with you through the week to try to get through one of these qualifiers and get into the big race next Monday night?
Just qualify better, hit my line better. We missed the invert by 1 spot, so maybe we get a few tenths better coming in on Tuesday, and yeah.
Well, an awesome run, man. A fantastic finish for you here tonight. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go work on whatever you guys think you need to work on for this week.
Yeah, thank you. Big shout-out to Selena 52 Trucking Stop, Majula Safe Speed Shop, CFM Esports, Reckless Society, TAC 3 Defense, and you for the broadcast, and Chad for putting this league on for us.
All right, man. Looking forward to seeing you again very soon, sir. Good run tonight.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mike Augustine finishing in the third spot. Now let's move to a gentleman that we talked to quite a bit on here, and tonight we're going to talk to him on the second step. But Kenny Hoffman, you had the lead for a long time. Tell us what happened out there and what you're going to have to do to make sure that doesn't happen this week in the qualifiers.
I just need to be a better driver. That's really all it was. Obviously, it was no joke that the Bocus cars kind of dominated the whole field there. So I don't really think we'd do anything speed-wise, car-wise. It was just, I just got caught up in the wall, more times, and Ethan just ran more consistent than me, which we'll be fine for qualifiers.
Well, only about one more round left here, man, and you've been on the podium quite a bit. You looking to close the season out with a win next week and maybe be able to grab this championship?
Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to points, so I guess we'll see how it goes. And I'm just showing up the race and get testing him for the bigger races. So hopefully we have a good run next week too.
All right, man, some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you go start prepping up for qualifiers this week.
Just, huge shout-out to this, this KHR team and, everybody that's associated with us. Just huge thanks to them. Bocus Built Sprints, Fusion Saddle Shop, AcesUp SimSports, JRB Designs, KSMS Racing Media, Casey Simon Photography. I know some of the KHR cars had not the best luck tonight, but hopefully we can all come full force with our speed and qualifiers. Congrats to Ethan on the win. He ran a very good race on his end. Thanks to Chad for putting on the free entry money league for us. Thank you for broadcasting all season so far, and hopefully we talk to you again next week.
All right, man. Congrats on the run, and I'll look forward to seeing you later on this week or even Sunday next week.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Kenny Hoffman finishing in a second. Well, now let's grab the guy. He made it look pretty easy. He looks like he is very comfortable running right up there against the wall here at Eldora. And tonight he will take home the big hardware. Ethan Winter, great run tonight.
Yeah, thank you. That was, I was really on a rail then. You had to be right up against the fence there, and the cutback kind of came in a bit later, and looked like me and Kenny kind of pulled away when the cutback came in. It's a bit unfortunate that a lot of good cars got caught up in some wrecks at the start, but take it. Hopefully, there's some good momentum coming into the qualifiers this week.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what did you learn here tonight that's going to help you make sure you get qualified through this week?
I don't know. Basically, the bottom's not going to be relevant at all this week, so you're just going to have to qualify really well. Maybe a bit of luck with the invert, and just rip for 30, and hope you can stay out of the fence and just be consistent, really.
All right, man. You pick up the win. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yeah, thanks to Colin for having me on rails tonight. So that was real quick. Thanks to yourself for putting on the broadcast. All my sponsors: Trent Pullman Designs, Focus Build Sprints, Australian Speedway Results, Casey Simons Photography, District 23 Suspension and Engineering, and all the boys in KHR and BBS for helping me out whenever.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and congrats on a great night. Good luck in the qualifiers.
Thank you.
Ethan Winter picking up the win. I think, and I got to make sure, is that Mr. Selby?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You're hard charger tonight. Tough sledding nonetheless, but I'll tell you what, this track lends itself to one line, and you saw the carnage. What do you think we're going to see this week in the qualifiers?
I think we're going to see more carnage.
You think we're just going to see plain old Eldora, huh?
Yep, pretty much. I mean, that's about what you come to expect. I think it's about what you come to expect everywhere now. So.
Well, there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot that you can, do when the track is one line. What needs to really happen to open this place up a little bit?
They need to go rescan it.
so it was all in the scanning. Okay, I was hoping maybe somebody would say something like maybe they need to adjust like where the water content actually moves to or something like that, because this track has been so one line dominant for so long. But in real life, it does not race that way. We can see those races on TV if you go to the racetrack. How do you miss something like that and make this a one-lane place when you've done everything the way you're supposed to do it?
I mean, they reconfigured it. They reconfigured it, put new dirt on it. And it's a different Eldora than what we have now, or what we have on iRacing.
Well, maybe that's something they do need to do is go back and check it and see if they can figure out what the computations are for the water content. But you had a good run here tonight. You pick up 9 spots. You start at the back of the field. You end up in the top 10. Obviously, you learned something going forward. Is qualifying going to be the thing you're going to focus on for the week?
Yeah. I need to figure out something because we weren't good. We were just resilient, I guess.
Awesome job, man. Give me some shout-outs and thank yous before we let you clear out tonight.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Medulla C, Speed Shop, Nature's Landscape Supply, Mike Augustine for convincing me to run it tonight, everybody at CFM. Thank you for putting on a broadcast, and thank them for putting on the races.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run, and good luck this week in the qualifiers.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
That is your hard charger this evening, Matt Selby. You picked up 9 spots in a 10th place finish. That is going to do it for us here tonight, folks. It's Eldora. I wish that they would do something just a little different with this track and make it a little easier to get to 2 lanes at a point. But I think if this track gets completely blown out, 100+%, then it may get a little better. It's just that guys have to tiptoe so much, and it kind of can lend itself to boring racing. Who knows? Maybe next build we'll get a little change to Eldora, and it'll be a little bit different. But all in all, another good night of racing. Do not forget to tune in on Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern. Epic Racing Association. We're bringing some stuff that's going to make it a lot more fun again. So make sure you tune in for that. Till we see you the next time, thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us great racing, there's nothing for us to cover. Pats on the back, high fives everywhere for that. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. You got to keep it dirty at all times.